Yeah. Just observe the time. When the time is up, then we get started.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Taiwan Higher Education 2021. My name is Dania Dila, and I will be the MC for today's event. It is my pleasure to welcome you all this morning here. And for your information, Taiwan Higher Education Fair was previously held in Surabaya, Malang, and Semarang. Unfortunately, the COVID-19 pandemic has changed how our world works, but we still need to carry on. Thus, we are gladly conduct Taiwan Higher Education Fair 2021 virtually, and it will be accessible for everyone, no matter where you are. So, without further ado, I have the great privilege and honor to welcome Dr. Monchi Liao, Political Deputy Minister, Ministry of Education, to deliver his welcome remarks.
Representative Zhang Chen, President Cai Jinfa, representatives from University in Taiwan, colleagues, and other participants in Indonesia. Good morning, everyone. I'm delighted to welcome all of you to join the online 2021 Taiwan Higher Education Fair in
No voice.
Indonesia. Firstly, I would like to thank the Taiwan Education Center in Indonesia, the Taiwan Education Center in Surabaya Asia University, and the Education Division of Taipei Economic and Trade Office, Jakarta, Indonesia, for organizing this 5-day virtual education fair. It offers a great opportunity for students from many parts of Indonesia to learn more about Taiwan's university system. And I hope that every participant in Indonesia will find it helpful. Taiwan's government is continuing to promote the new southbound policy to further strengthen links with our neighboring countries, including Indonesia, and enhancing educational links is our primary focus. Taiwan's Ministry of Education has been implementing a wide range of measures to help strengthen our educational links with Indonesia. For example, in the 2021 academic year, 37 lecturers working at universities in Indonesia were awarded scholarships to undertake a postgraduate program in Taiwan under the ministry's Elite Scholarship Program. The ministry provides Taiwan scholarships for students from Indonesia to undertake degree programs at universities in Taiwan. The ministry also provides Huayu enrichment scholarships for Indonesian students to study Mandarin Chinese and learn about Taiwan's culture. We hope that these measures will encourage more Indonesian students to come to study in Taiwan. As we all know, the COVID-19 pandemic has dramatically affected students' international mobility. But despite the pandemic, there were still nearly 40,000 students from Indonesia studying in Taiwan last year, and more than 63% of them were enrolled in various degree programs, and Taiwan is happy to welcome more. I'm sure that this 5-day online education fair will give all the participants valuable information about what Taiwan's universities can offer, including the wide range of courses available, the friendly application procedures, and the various scholarship programs. I hope that everyone will find this Taiwan Higher Education Fair interesting and useful, and wish each of you good health. Thank you.
Thank you to Dr. Monchi Liao for the welcome remarks. And moving on, I welcome Dr. Jeffrey Tsai, the President of Asia University, to deliver his welcome remarks.
Dear Deputy Minister Dr. Monchi Liao, Representative Ms. Zhang Chen, TECO Jakarta, representative from Taiwan universities, participants online, ladies and gentlemen, a hearty good morning. On behalf of Asia University, I would like to take this opportunity to extend my warmest welcome to all of you in Jakarta, Surabaya, Yogyakarta, and other places of Indonesia to attend this 3-day online education fair. Over the past years, we used to hold Taiwan education fair in Indonesia, but the rampage of COVID-19 has made it impossible for us to meet each other in person. However, taking the advantage of new technology, we can still meet on the air, regardless of geographical distance between Indonesia and Taiwan. Today, we launched this year's event, hoping it will become, like our previous education fair, another satisfying and rewarding experience to all participants. Indonesia is an important partner to Taiwan in many fields, including the academic cooperation in the higher education, where more than 13,000 Indonesian students study in Taiwan, the third largest group of international students. Taiwan, as you know, is a high-tech country and excels in quality education and innovative research. Taiwan is a free, safe, democratic, and prosperous country, and also a Muslim-friendly country. These features had greatly attracted Indonesian students to choose Taiwan as their primary destination for studying abroad, and the number of Indonesian students in Taiwan is increasing every year. Many Indonesian students have expressed and share their great education experience in Taiwan, saying they are all able to find good jobs after they return to Indonesia or be able to continue their further studies here in Taiwan or elsewhere. As a host to this online education fair, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to the Ministry of Education Taiwan, for its strong support for the Indonesia-Taiwan Education Center in Surabaya. For this special occasion, Dr. Monchi Liao, Deputy Minister of the Ministry of Education, and Ms. Zhang Chen, representative of TECO Jakarta, will deliver some important messages to the prospective students regarding Taiwan government's new southbound policy and Taiwan scholarship opportunities. We also invite 3 rectors from AU partner university in Indonesia to give welcome remarks to encourage Indonesian students to study in Taiwan. They are Dr. Nash, Rector of UNEL, Dr. Kamaluddin, Rector of UNJ, and Dr. Budianto, Rector of UMY. Today, we have 63 Taiwan universities, both public and private, attending this fair, making this event the largest and record-breaking education fair ever. They will take turns to introduce their universities to you. It is a rare opportunity to get to know so many Taiwan universities at one time. Their willingness to join us and will make this online education fair a fruitful and memorable event for you all. Any good presentation cannot be complete without the audience's warm participation. You are most welcome to ask questions to start a dialogue with any representative from each university, and I think they are all prepared to answer your questions and inquiries on the site. Last but not least, I wish each of you can find your favorite university and make your dreams of studying in Taiwan come true. I'm looking forward to seeing you all in Taiwan soon. Thank you.
Thank you to Dr. Jeffrey Tsai for the welcome remarks. And on this occasion, I would like to welcome Ambassador John Chen from Taipei Economic and Trade Office Indonesia in Jakarta to deliver his welcome remarks.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, in my capacity as the representative of Taiwan government in Indonesia, I would like to extend my warm welcome to all of you to this virtual presentation of 2021 Taiwan Higher Education Fair. And I'm very much pleased to announce that this year, up to 63 universities from Taiwan participate in this fair, the highest number ever. Over the past decades, the education services in Taiwan have gained widespread recognition, not just for the quality of education in Taiwan, but also for the reasonable tuition fee of higher education in Taiwan, which is very competitive without compromising its quality. As you all know very well, the COVID-19 pandemic has seriously disrupted international travel and business. Luckily, Taiwan has handled the pandemic relatively well under the difficult circumstances. While the pandemic is still rampant globally, the business and daily life in Taiwan goes almost as usual. Hence, this is another incentive for foreign students to go to Taiwan for further education. In this regard, I would like to share a piece of good news with you. That is, Taiwan government just announced that from September of this year, foreign students, including those who seek college degrees and Huayi scholarships, are welcome again to go to Taiwan for further studies. Last year, it is estimated that more than 13,000 Indonesian students went to Taiwan for further studies, making Indonesia the third largest country of origin of foreign students in Taiwan. I do hope that this year, the number of Indonesian students going to Taiwan will be up to the same or even a greater number. Ladies and gentlemen, I am heartened to know that thousands of Indonesian students, after completing their studies in Taiwan, return to Indonesia every year and make tremendous contributions to the country. Indeed, they have become very valuable assets for Indonesia. Due to the implementation of the new southbound policy of Taiwan government, the people-to-people exchanges between Taiwan and Indonesia have continued to grow every year. I encourage all of you to take advantage of this year's higher education exhibition to fully engage with all the participating universities in Taiwan. Last but not the least, I wish every one of you a very fruitful tour of this online exhibition. And thank you very much. Terima kasih. 谢谢.
Thank you to Ambassador John Chen for the welcome remarks. And next, may I invite Professor Dr. Muhammad Nasih, Rector of Universitas Erlangga, to deliver his welcome remarks.
Good morning, everyone. A most cordial greeting from Universitas Erlangga, Surabaya, Indonesia. Most cordial greetings from Universitas Erlangga, Surabaya, Indonesia. We gather today in this wonderful morning to attend the Taiwan Higher Education Online Fair of 2021 organized by Taiwan Education Center in Surabaya, Asia University, and China Medical University. And Universitas Airlangga is honored to be one of the co-organizers of these online exhibitions. Ladies and gentlemen, as we know, it has been a tough last 2 years with an ongoing COVID-19 pandemic that has caused a tremendous impact in almost all aspects of our lives. This limitation poses certain challenges indeed, especially in institutions that heavily influenced by the global dynamic, such as higher education institutions. We have all been obligated to re-evaluate priorities and make adjustments in anticipation of an uncertain future. As a higher education institutions, an internationalization of education becomes a crucial aspect of university in contributing to the process of improving quality education. Through internationalizations, higher education institutions are not only able to improve their education quality, but also to maintain their existing cooperation that consequentially could produce a new cooperation initiative under the frame of academic activities. At the moment, Universitas Airlangga has more than 25 cooperation with fellow who join this virtual education fair, an educational and fruitful experience. Thank you very much.
Thank you for Professor Dr. Muhammad Nasih for the welcome remarks. And now I would like to invite Dr. Komarudin MSc, Rector of Universitas Negeri Jakarta, to deliver his welcome remarks.
Greeting goes to Dr. Moncilio, Political Deputy Minister, Ministry of Education of Taiwan, Jeffrey G.P. Tsai, PhD, President of Asia University, Professor Ying Hui Chen, PhD, Dean of International College, Asia University, Dr. John Chen, representative of THEF2021 Jakarta, and representative of 6 Taiwan universities. I must also extend my warm greeting to my colleague, Professor Dr. Muhammad Nasih, Rector Unair, and Dr. Insinyur Gunawan Budianto, MP, Rector of Universitas Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta. On behalf of UNJ, I wish the success of the Indonesian Education Fair. I believe it will be beneficial in promoting education program in Taiwan and open golden opportunities to international students who want to study in Indonesia. UNJ is more than happy to welcome students from Taiwan to study in Jakarta. The study program of Bahasa Indonesia and Indonesian arts and culture. Bahasa Indonesia and Indonesian arts and culture is a good choice that I can offer to you. Thank you.
Thank you for Dr. Komarudin MSE for the welcome remarks. And now I would like to invite Dr. Insinyur Gunawan Budianto MP, Rector of Universitas Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta, to deliver his welcome remarks.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. It gives me a great pleasure to greet you today from our beloved campus, Universitas Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta, Indonesia. First of all, please allow me to deliver my gratitude to the Taiwan Higher Education Fair 2021 organizer for hosting such a great event. Also, I would like to thank Dr. Moncilio as Political Deputy Minister, Ministry of Education, Taiwan, President Chair of Asia University, and also Representative Chen of Taipei Economic and Trade Office, TETO, Jakarta. Now, the world is facing catastrophe caused by this COVID-19 pandemic. Travel restriction is hindering everyone from traveling and seeing each other physically. Yet it will not stop us from connecting from one another in any part of the world. As during this pandemic, Taiwan Education Center Indonesia does not stop to provide us with this wonderful event full of opportunities for those who seek. At last year, the Taiwan Higher Education Fair was successfully conducted on November 2020, with 43 universities participated. Now, the event that we have been waiting for is finally here again. I am so happy that this year we have a record breaking on the number of participating universities, with 63 Taiwan universities, both public and private, are attending and providing the opportunities for those who want to continue their education in Taiwan. This event is a gem for those who seek opportunities to pursue their study in Taiwan, which without a doubt has one of the best education in the world. I hope the good relationship between Universitas Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta, Indonesia, and Taiwan remains the strong one and will continue to produce many fruitful collaboration in the future. I sincerely wish and seek for the success of the Taiwan Higher Education Fair 2021. Enjoy the fair and thank you very much. See you there.
Thank you to Dr. Insinyur Gunawan Budianto for the welcome remarks. And now we are going to have a live presentation from Dr. Ing Hui Chen, Dean of International College, Asia University. But before we are going to listen to the presentation, I would like to remind you that we have a prize, a door prize, that is iPad. Okay, once again, we have iPad and laptop and many other door prize like power bank and also webcam. I think you all need the webcam for like currently this COVID pandemic. So don't forget to follow our Instagram and we will type the quiz there and you just need to answer. So please stay here with us so you can follow the question and you will get the chance to win iPad and laptop. Okay, so How are you, Tin Chan? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. How are you?
How are you? Hi, Daniel. How are you?
Okay, I'm great. Thank you so much.
Well,
And
you look very fresh today.
oh, thank you. You too. You look very fresh. Okay, so it will be complete if we know how and why we need to study in Taiwan. Thus, we have Dr. Ying Hui Chen to explain why study in Taiwan is important and why it is so important to you. And we are going to listen the presentation on why study in Taiwan from Dr. Ying Hui Chen. Dr. Ying Hui Chen,
Okay,
time
thank
is
you.
yours.
Yeah, thank you. Actually, this event is co-hosted by Asia University, and I'm the Dean of the International College at Asia University. That's the reason why for every education fair, I'm required to make a short report about why study in Taiwan, why Taiwan is a good destination, is a good choice for you, to study. So I just give you some idea. Actually, this is where I come from. These some snapshots of Asia University, some corner of Asia University. We have the so-called duck pond, or we can say lotus pond. This is the main building. Look very much European-like. This is distant view of the buildings. With flowers in front. This is our very unique museum built by a very famous Japanese architect, Endo. Okay, and give you some idea. This is the map of Taiwan. It looks like a sweet potato, okay, or you call it yam. And actually, from the north to the south, it's about 400 kilometers. The green part is where Asia University is located, but I use this just to tell you it's in the central part of Taiwan. We call Taichung. Zhong means center. In the north, we call Taipei. Pei means north. In the south, we call Tainan. Okay, so we use different word to indicate the direction. And from Taichung to Taipei, if you take the high-speed rail, 60 minutes. From Taichung to the south, another 60 minutes. So you can travel the whole island actually within 2 hours. And this is give you some idea about our current education system. I think it's very much like yours in Indonesia. We have 6 years for primary, 3 years for junior high, 3 years for senior high and vocational high. So when students move to the 10th year, they have two choices: senior high or vocational high. Then they go for university for 4 more years. Again, two choices: academic or comprehensive university or vocational and technical university. And after that, 2 or 3 years for master. Usually is 2 years, and then 3 to 5 years for PhD. Give you some idea. I think very much like the Indonesian system. So if you want to know more about our university system, actually this is a very basic structure, and this is a different look of this educational system. Okay, like 6 year, we do have preschool, but preschool at the moment is not required. Okay, we start from year 1 to year 12. This 12 is called basic and required education. Okay, you can see the percentage of students attending each level of education, and here all the way to university PhD program. And what I want to say is actually in Taiwan, in the past, we value more about academic education. So in the past, in the 1990s, academic is about 70%, and vocational is about 30%. But now we equally value both academic and vocational. So now this is the percentage: 50% of students going to academic or comprehensive university, another 50% go to technical or vocational university. And this give you some idea about the number of our universities. Actually, altogether is 153, but this doesn't count like special academy, like military academy, some other academy. In general, we would say we have roughly 160 universities, and you can see the national university about 30%, the private is about 69 or 70%. So still, the majority are private, and of these universities, vocational is more than 50%. Give you some idea about the university. And then this gives you some idea about the number of students in our higher education. This is last year's figure, 1.2 million, 1.2 million altogether, okay? And of this, we have about 10%, more than 10% of foreign student or international student. There's, 13, actually, 130,000, okay, 130,000. And this is the staff with PhD, and this is our, investment in education. And this is this year. This year is about like 10,000 less of local students because of our, shortage of young students. Taiwan is more or less like the aging population. So every year we are losing, local students. So this year, less than last year. But the key or the big change is the number of international students from 10% to about 8%, just because of the number of Chinese students from China, because of political tension. So they stopped sending their students over to Taiwan. Okay, and this is the so-called international student in Taiwan. The year before last, you see, number one is China, number two is Vietnam, Malaysia, number three, Indonesia, number four. This is, and if we look at the number last year, now Indonesia is number three, China is number six. I just mentioned because of the political tension between the two sides. And Indonesia and Malaysia, it's about equal. And we believe this year, students from Indonesia will outnumber the student from Malaysia, will become number two largest, international student body. And this just give you some idea about Indonesian student, okay? The year before last, okay? The degree student and then non-degree student. These are the green, the pale blue is the so-called degree seeking. These are non-degree seeking, could be learning Mandarin Chinese or semester exchange student. And this year is a little bit less for all the COVID-19. So actually, we are not losing students from Indonesia. Obviously, Taiwan is still one of the very popular, destinations of study for Indonesian students. And this is the ASEAN, from ASEAN countries, all together occupy about 56% of our total international, population. This is the three largest country, Vietnam, Malaysia, Indonesia. If you see the percentage, Malaysia and Indonesia is about the same. Vietnam is a little bit higher. These are the three biggest country. Okay, now if you see 67% is for degree seeking, 33 is for non-degree seeking. Give you some idea. In other words, 2/3 come to study for their degree, 1/3 for other purposes, but mostly for learning Mandarin Chinese. And you might know Taiwan is a good place for you to learn Mandarin because we are a Mandarin speaking society, and Mandarin Chinese is becoming more and more important as a world common language. And this is give you some idea about the Taiwan global ranking in OECD. We were ranked number 4, okay, OECD. And in World Economic Forum Global Comprehension Report, we will rank 13, okay, we will rank 13. And then I think this is my key point. Why study in Taiwan? I think one is good location. Okay, actually from Taiwan to Indonesia, about 4 hours and 30 minutes. It's located, it's a good link between East and Southeast Asian countries. Number 2, Taiwan is a high-tech and very strong economy. So that means you can learn a lot of, high-tech. If you decide to stay, I think it's a good opportunity for you to find employment. Taiwan, in particular, is a very, very safe country, and there are a lot of report about how safe Taiwan could be. And then I think Taiwan is very friendly, and in particular, we are very democratic, very, very democratic. In other words, here you can say whatever you want to say, and we have very high quality education. And then the education, the university has close link with the industry. So good for you to learn, to do internship, to learn professional skills. And then it's a good place to learn Mandarin, I just mentioned. And incredibly, Taiwan has very inexpensive tuition. Just give you some idea, if you study in Australia for 1 year, in Taiwan you can study for 11 years. If you study in Singapore for 1 year, in Taiwan you can study for 7 years. In Korea, in Japan for 1 year, in Taiwan it's 5 years. And the living cost is affordable. I think if you have like, 150 US dollar, in Taiwan, you can live a very good life, okay? And also, we offer universities, and the government offer all types of scholarship to students. And here is some traditional strengths of Taiwan University. Taiwan has been very strong in medical and nursing, very strong in engineering, very strong in agriculture, and very strong in business and management. And I think if you are looking for these areas, I think Taiwan is the right place. But recently, the government has the so-called 5+2 industrial innovation plan. Aside from the traditional one, we have biomedical, okay, we have Asia Silicon, like Internet of Things or IoT or artificial intelligence. We have smart machinery. We have green energy. We have national defense. We have new agriculture. We have circular economy. These are the new 7 major industries in Taiwan, aside from the traditional one. And this just give you a different location of all these focuses, okay? Like new agriculture in the eastern part of Taiwan, circular economy, the same. Okay, biomedical in Taipei area, green energy in Tainan area, etc. Smart machinery, this is where Asia University located. Actually, the central part of Taiwan is the center of smart machinery. And I think I just use this picture and these 2 Chinese statements to say, even though we are far apart physically, but spiritually, we are like friends. We are very close. And thank you for your attention. Welcome to Taiwan, to Asia University. Thank you.
Thank you for Tinchen for the presentation, and the explanation about Asia University brings back the memories, and it makes me miss Asia University even more now. And I believe that the presentation gives us more reason to go to Taiwan. And trust me, Taiwan is a lovely, comfortable, and safe country to study and pursue your dream with a high quality and advanced education system. And you can both learn your degree, your major, and Mandarin. So let's go to Taiwan. Okay, so moving right along, it is my pleasure to introduce our moderators. So the first day we have Prima Sari, the representative from TECSID, TEC Indonesia in Surabaya. The second day we have Tirta Ametta, the representative from TEC Indonesia in Jakarta. And the third day we have Andi Rizal, the representative from TEC Indonesia in Yogyakarta. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our moderator today, Prima Sari.